What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about why I feel we are at the bottom and the worst is behind us. I do want to go over some data points very relevant to a lot of Lucid investors, go over delivery news, and where I see things going. At the end, I'll do a little bit of technical analysis as well. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto. I do it all. So definitely subscribe. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. I will also be doing weekly live streams for members only, so even more of an incentive to sign up. Also, one final thing I do want to bring to your attention, there is a new broker, $0 commission, massive promo going on right now. So you can get up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. And all you have to do, just open an account, gets you 1 free stock, deposit $1, any amount, gets you another free stock, and deposit $2,000 or more, gets you 3 additional stocks. Link in the description below, and also let me know in the comments below when you do sign up what stocks you ultimately get. So with that, there's a lot of things I do want to talk about as far as data points. So as far as from the institutional or hedge fund front, there's not too many updates as far as 13Fs that they've actually submitted, but again, I bring this up almost every video. You see the live tickers on the left to right. You see Tesla, NEO, and Lucid. So obviously looking more primarily at Lucid, last column, block volume. That is institutions buying today. 6.7 million shares being purchased today, whereas the total volume today is 87 million. So roughly about 8% of the overall volume is just being purchased by institutions. So that's the benefit of looking at the block volume. It's live data. Whereas this website right here, as much as this is very beneficial to a lot of investors to see what institutions and hedge funds are actually doing, this is all delayed by up to 3 months. So again, just keep in mind as far as short data, because in my opinion, that has been one kind of up and down area. Right now, 13.43 is a short interest on Lucid. So that's gone up 32% on a weekly basis. Utilization is currently 91.05. Day by day change, it did increase by 12.53%, which works out to be 10.23 million additional shares being shorted. So shorts are definitely trying to take advantage of the many things that going against Lucid, and not just Lucid, but the broader market as well. So just to summarize a lot of those things as well, I did do a poll. So ultimately, 2021 deliveries. I'm going to talk on that a little bit later, but that is one concern that a lot of people do have. Obviously, the CEO selling his shares, 466,000 shares that he did sell out, which ultimately were for tax purposes. The recent offering, Evergrande, there was the inflation, but inflation CPI data did come out today. It was relatively high, but lower than expected. So in reality, that is another strong plus. So overall, these are some of the things that have been plaguing Lucid. And in reality, everything has been dealt with. I'm going to be talking on the deliveries shortly, but again, everything in my opinion has already passed and is factored into the price. This is why I do strongly feel the worst is behind us. Right now, we can start focusing on the remaining 2021 deliveries. This really isn't relevant, but in my opinion, I did find it pretty interesting. They are hiring. So they are having a hiring event on December the 11th, so tomorrow. So they do get a free Lucid Air when they get hired as well. I'm just kidding. That'd be awesome. I would actually fly down to Arizona and go to this hiring event just for that. But anyways, it is overall pretty good. Obviously not going into the pay and benefits details and everything like that. It's just the broader concept that they are hiring because to meet their deliveries. And in reality, I already do feel that we did surpass the 520 in 2021. Obviously, this is forward thinking more for the 2022, which again, they are looking to do 20,000 vehicles. And with that, I do want to transition and talk about deliveries. So as of right now, this was posted on Bear Workshop's Twitter on December the 8th. So as you can see, 42 new vehicles. I did actually reach out to him, which he did say that was from the day prior. So 42 vehicles a day. Ultimately, if you factor that in with the 65 from the delivery event, the first one, they had 2 other delivery events, and the several other pictures that have come out, mostly coming from Bear's Workshop. Again, hats off to him. He's done a phenomenal job on keeping all of us updated. But ultimately, I do see us, just based on all of that, over the 520. So again, once they actually do come out with actual news, PR, whatever it might be, saying that we did meet the 520 or exceeded, then this stock will blow up. It will go crazy high because in reality, this was one of the biggest concerns that a lot of us do have. So 36% of roughly about 1,000 people did strongly feel that that was the biggest negative, is the fact that we didn't meet the 2021 deliveries. So imagine when we actually do. And not only that, but I did bring up obviously why I do strongly feel the worst is behind us. And because of this sell-off that did actually happen, I strongly do feel that we did get rid of all the paper hands, which is very necessary, right? There's a lot of individuals throughout this whole time period that are very new to investing. So when they are investing possibly for the first time with Lucid, obviously they picked a very good stock to start out with, but they are not familiar or yet comfortable with a lot of volatility. They might just see nothing but green this whole time period, and these, especially yesterday, the 18% down day, that might have caused them to panic and sell out. Again, this is very good for the long-term health of Lucid, and ultimately I'm going to touch on that near the end. But I do want to bring this up. There was a phenomenal review that was done by Doug, and I obviously, first time me seeing this, there was a lot of things in this that I did not know about, and mostly to do with the screen component of that, and there's a lot of finite detail. So if you haven't already, recommend taking a look at this video. It does go into detail exactly everything that you need to know. In my opinion, this review is amazing, and it does validate the whole reasons why Lucid is going to exceed all expectations and why it's going to be a Tesla killer. Again, it's one of those, and this component right here, the fact that you can actually move it from the dashboard down to the main screen, that is, in my opinion, I didn't know that was an option. So ultimately, there's a lot of good things that even myself or even you might not even know. So highly recommend taking a look at that. Also, just want to transition and look at this, because like I said, there is a lot of daily volume from institutions being purchased all the time. So I do strongly feel, just watch this and keep in mind from a month from now, 2 months from now, and so forth, the institutional ownership right now is 68.94%. Overall, like I said, I do anticipate that to increase significantly, because as of right now, it's 6.8 million shares just being purchased alone today. So again, a lot of upside potential, and they know that. So with that, just want to transition, do a little bit of technical analysis, especially leading into the weekend. So I have the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages, as well as Bollinger Bands. As far as actual indicators, RSI, stochastic momentum. So again, overall pretty good representation, everything you need to know. So a couple things as far as on the technical front that aren't really ideal. So right now, momentum indicator is still going down. So how I see things right now, the number of actual retail investors is down, and you can tell that based on the momentum indicator. But if you actually do look at the volume is up. So as of right now, 89 million shares being traded, whereas the average is 52. So in my opinion, that's how I factor things in, is ultimately you can tell that big money is actually getting into Lucid. Not necessarily just institutions and hedge funds, but a lot of big actual retail investors possibly as well. Stochastic though still shows a bearish sentiment right now. The red line is above technically the black, showing again a downtrend. And RSI right now is at 41, so fairly neutral. So now looking at the actual chart, we are testing the 50-day moving average. So currently sitting above that in reality, that is a good sign. And overall still sitting inside the lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. So right now it still shows a little bit of a bearish sentiment in that regard, but that's also because we've been hit with so many things. We've been hit with the subpoena, obviously the offering, also the broader market just selling off on various different things. There's been a lot of things for us to go through this week, and again, going back to that, why I do strongly feel that a lot of paper hands did get out, whereas the patient ones and the ones that do believe in Lucid did buy. They bought yesterday. They know when to buy the dip. I bought yesterday, and I also sold some puts as well. So I'm going to be collecting the premiums on those. I added more shares. So again, you need to take advantage of the dips. So with that, I do want to transition and talk on some resistance and support levels, because I know a lot of you do like that. So first of resistance is $40, $45, and then $47. So fairly widespread. As far as on the contrary though, support is first, second, and third, $34, $31, and $27. So they are fairly, for the most part, pretty tight knit. And again, I strongly do feel that the worst is behind us, so I don't see this being a issue as of right now. I do strongly feel that next week everyone will forget about all this issues about COVID, inflation, obviously the debt ceiling. There's a lot of different things. Evergrande, there's a lot of things. Obviously, I can just keep going and going. There's so many different things out there right now that is causing so much fear, but yet the market is still holding strong. Again, same with Lucid. So a lot of good upside potential when it comes to all of that. So with that, let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below and what you've been doing. If you are one of those ones that did buy yesterday, or if you sold out, let me know. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Again, I will be doing weekly live streams for members only, even more of an incentive for you to sign up. You can ask questions just about Lucid or about any stock that you are interested in. I can help you out. Also, take a look at my Discord, link in the description below, good place to be, and is free as well. With that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.